Hey everybody, AC80s Girl back with you, and today we're going over my She-ra Princess of Power collection. Now, this is actually the episode where we can compare all the She-ras and Swiftwinds that came out. So we're starting with the original, the first release right here, the second, which is the Starburst She-ra with the Crystal Swiftwind, and then Bubble Power She-ra with Royal Swiftwind. So this is what we're going to be going over in this episode. I'm just going to set the Swiftwinds aside, which, you know, they like to flop over with their wings after a while anyway. And then we'll go over those next. So let's do the She-ras first. And each one is here. So let's move the combs. Again, all the horses came with brushes and combs as well. Okay, so the first one that we went over was She-ra herself. Now She-ra came with, this is what she looks like. Small sword, had a little gemstone in it, the original metallic crown, her shields, cape, skirts, okay? And then she came with lilac comb. All the first series dolls basically came with a lilac colored comb and a mini comic. But all of them came with a mini comic and some type of comb anyway. So this was the first doll that was released. There's a fly in here, I'm annoying. So the second series of, second version of She-ra was Starburst She-ra. Okay, now Starburst She-ra, the second series, they started matching the combs with the shields. Now she has a different, entirely different look with her sword, her shield, and her comb all match. And then her crown is a pink color iridescent type of thing, crystally looking. Now this She-ra in her face is different than the original She-ra. Oops, again, all these horses are getting in the way. I'm not sure if you can see. The faces are slightly different. This one has a little more makeup on. This one's like a wider face. And the hair's a little different as well. Now, the one with Starburst She-ra, I'm not sure if you saw that episode. This one you can tell is a Starburst She-ra because both arms come up to fan out her Starburst shield, her Starburst cape, okay, and they're attached to her arms. So all the other She-ras don't do this. Both of her arms come up at the same time. Okay, that's a Starburst She-ra. You can tell by that. The other ones are just one by one. They don't, one and the other. Okay, so that's the difference between those. Now the Bubble Power She-ra compared to the original, again, has a wider difference. It's a prettier face. They did a little more, looks like a little more blue, more like eyelashes, longer blue hair. Mine's a little nappy on the back, and look how clean this one is on the Bubble Power. It's just a newer version. They're definitely different in the eyes and such. The bodies are still the same, and the boots are the same. And outfits are definitely different. It's a bright pink metallic, and her sword here, her crown, and her outfit with the separate cape. Now the cape wraps around her neck this time, and then this is actually separate, as you can see in my other video. Oops. Now this sword, this shield is darker than the other shields. It's slightly different. I mean, it's really kind of hard to tell. It is a darker type of shield, so I can tell that it's different. So that is hers. Now again, the difference that you can tell that if you find a Bubble Power even without any of the clothes on, is that this She-ra has a hole in her shoulder. The shoulder here shows a hole, and this is for the Bubble Power blower. So this attaches in there and is held by her when you take her sword off. Okay, so that is one difference that you'll see all these among all of your She-ra dolls is, again, the Starburst, both the arms go up. This one just is one or the other. There's different versions of the She-ra because they just released, it had different releases of the same doll. So some capes make a little different, maybe a little thicker. Her face or hair's a little prettier or different as well. But if they have the hole, then that's a Bubble Power. Whole Bubble Power, both the arms go up, that's a Starburst She-ra. Okay, so these are the three She-ras that are out there. All go for different costs of money. Obviously, the Bubble Power came with the dark comb that matches the rest of her as well. I don't know where that went. But she is the most expensive, is the Bubble Power, of course. Okay, so the next one we're going to go over is Swiftwind. And all the horses still came with, all the horses still came with brushes and combs, and they still all want to flop over because they're all kind of made the same way with the wings, the hard plastic wings that can cause sticky stuff. Okay, so the first one is, this is the regular Swiftwind. Now the Swiftwind is a boy. He's all pink. Pink hair, light pink, a light pink without the wings, a darker, color on the saddle as well. And this is a light pink body. Crystal Swiftwind, there's no mistaking this one. It's just all clear, like a dark, like almost a yellowish, crystal-y look with the pink hair and tail. So there's no mistaking this one. And we went over the crystal horses in a different episode. So there's no mistaking that one. And then there's the Royal Swiftwind, which you can definitely see the difference between Royal Swiftwind. Now Royal Swiftwind has a white body, like hot pink hair, with almost light pink streaks through the tail and the regular hair there. I'm not sure if you can see the differences between, this one has a more of a darker pink on the actual face piece than this one. This one's like a light pink. They still have the horn, and then this was just a lighter color of the saddle and such. You can see this one's darker and this one's a lighter color of the bronze color, like the, And this does have a hotter pink, brighter pink on the wings compared to this one as well. Light pink, dark pink. Okay. So that's the differences between that. And this one still, again, wears clothing for the horse around that match all the way around. And the main difference is, if you're still confused, the Royal Swiftwind has this little spring thing here out of the behind. So if you see this on a horse, that's either a Royal Swiftwind or a Silver Storm. Okay? The others do not have that. The wings, again, still are hard to tell. You got to tell that these are different in that way. I have seen a different Royal Swiftwind actually that was slightly pink, and instead of the white body, I have seen one out there. That's interesting. So it's just what they did. I don't know. So you still may be able to see, as I said in my other episodes, that you can find all of these on eBay at all different price ranges. Obviously, the Royal Swiftwind is the third series and harder to find, but you can find them, as well as Bubble Power She-ra and all the other She-ra dolls. So again, stay tuned, and I will be covering all the differences with Catra as well.